technology 10 years ago.
What you say, girl? So let's say yeah.
Oh wait, it's because the technology makes it possible.
The challenge has always been merging the digital with the physical.
Oh, but how did they even come up with this idea?
They didn't. Just like any freaking singer that you so clap and cheer up for and hasn't write any freaking note. Obviously, I'm not talking about ABBA, but... Anyway, this video will sum up my reaction to ABBA's comeback and why it will be this massive success.
I get it. Basically, 40 years ago, ABBA was H-U-G-E. Yep, the third best-selling band ever with all members alive. 40 years later, they come back with a new album and apparently some concert blending fiction with reality. More specifically, it's gonna be 4 holograms of ABBA's 4 young members, and it's not just gonna be anywhere, it's gonna be in London, in a stadium built for that purpose. A timber stadium.
Hashtag ecological architecture.
And it's gonna last 4 years and so on. However, it's not about ABBA. ABBA is the perfect tool at this point, and I'm gonna get back to that later. The question is, why now?
Why do they even do it? They refused to perform so many times, and now they somehow changed their mind?
I know, it's because they're gonna make a lot of money. 20 years ago, they turned down $1 billion in cash for a world tour, and it wasn't the money, and it still isn't. I don't even know how to put this, because it's not that ABBA has some leftover from the 80's that's gonna go massive now. It's they are the only greats alive, if that makes sense. And I guess that's what people behind the scenes go for. Because when ABBA refused that sum, Benny said it would be utterly ludicrous to change the images people all over the world have of us, and we could never recreate the old days, so I'd rather be remembered for the way we were 30 years ago.
Oh, but you don't have to, said one very clever guy in 2016. This freaking line was named in 2008 the most successful British manager of all times, and 1 year prior to that he was in Time's 100 most influential people. This is also the guy that set up a relationship between Victoria Beckham and David Beckham while he was managing Spice Girls.
He always said that I should really have a famous boyfriend.
Simon, oh, he was very much a control freak.
And this is also the guy that kind of failed with Now United. I mean, even the name of it sounds like a UNICEF campaign.
But how do you even engineer that type of success? I mean, it's true that simply making a comeback album would not guarantee the success. Besides the perfect timing, there are a few more reasons for which this has to succeed. I mean, one is obviously they're ABBA, so the old generation will go and remember the 80's nostalgia, and the new one will go and say, what's the buzz about? Then another little pump would be that the 80's are recycled right now on the radio. And, well, people for TikTok, they're kind of getting used to this sound. But then, of course, you have the part where all the nerds will go to the concert and say, oh my god, this new technology, it's crazy. But it's glued by something else. I mean, some people sell power, some fear, some freedom, and so on. It's always around a concept or an emotion, so just think of it this way. A hologram is a frozen... Actually, no, more like dynamic. Whatever, it's a frozen image of something or somebody, just like a digital celebrity exists in the first place. Because why? Because you can remove that, make it a baby, make it tall, and so on. Watch Black Mirror. In ABBA's case, it's not going to be about making them look pretty and so on. It's more like accessing a nostalgia place in people's hearts. It's the idea of youth, and you sort of access people's emotions by telling them that, look, this is what you used to listen in your childhood, and the moment you enter that stadium and you listen to what 40 years ago you used to listen, it's this immersion, is this sort of rewinding back time. Well, rewinding time. I know, it's like that San Junipero episode where people were connecting to their young, wild, free selves into a virtual world, and they would want to stay. The Black Mirror episode? That would make my dreams come true, though. I would never get old. I mean, imagine a world where I could walk for 3D digital paintings and... better. He's a hologram. Oh, brave new world. See, it's because of dreamers like you and like her that we will end up getting ruined. Because you only see the good part, you don't see the loss of contact with reality, you don't see the impact on the mental health of people, because, well, even not just the audience, it's celebrities that will probably be less likely to retake control of their image because they're going to be portrayed in a certain way.
Oh, a rich guy masturbating for Monica Bellucci's hologram because he can afford it. Nor the change in our perception of age, which is already happening with Instagram filters. Nor the controlled image of any person, since they can be in 10 freaking places at the same time. We won't even know who's real and who's fake because we love being lied to and we don't acknowledge that. Oh. My next video is gonna be about how to spot a real from a fake image. So you really might want to activate all of the notifications. Anyway, the point of this was that ABBA is great, but they are not the product this time. Most likely years from now we will all wear some lens to see the world through this artificial vision. Or you will just tune into a certain era of the past. Because that's where it leads. Cheers from your psycho.